welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, it's Chloe. I do videos on fitness, nutrition, and lifestyle. In today's video, we're doing a Q&A. I'm going to answer all of your juicy questions because you guys are very interested in a lot of things. We're going to get a little deep. We're going to have some fun. And yeah, we're going to get right to it. We're going to get right to the juicy questions. Okay, y'all. Y'all are really interested in my love life, which, I mean, I think I'd probably be interested too. But, like, I would say 30% of the questions were about, like, boyfriends, my breakup, anything that has to do with, like, me in a relationship, essentially, and how I'm doing, if I have any new boys, all that fun stuff. And so we're just gonna get into it because why not, you know, start off with a bang. Let's see. I love this question, the way they worded it. I think it's so funny. Do you have any new love interests besides the gym? Hee boy related. Do I have any love interests? Would I consider it love? No. Like, no. But yeah, I'm like back out there, I would say, a little bit more than I was. But to answer your question, is there any love interest? I would say love, no. But there is like a little interest, I would say. Does that, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. Okay, this question is kind of, I would say, sums up a lot of the questions similar to boys in my love life. It says, how single life would you be interested if anyone good came along, or are you still not ready? I'm to the point where, like, if I met somebody, I'm like open to the idea of a relationship. I'm not necessarily like sitting there like hunting for boys. I am not so closed off to it anymore. If like, I just feel like if you meet the right person, like, I kind of said this before, but if it's meant to be, it'll happen. And yeah, like, I'm not opposed to a boyfriend anymore. So if you guys remember back, I think one of the Q&As in like maybe February that I filmed, I was saying how I just like wasn't ready for a relationship, obviously, because I was in a relationship for 6 years, from 14 to 20. I was in a long-term relationship, and I just like fresh out of that relationship, I was not ready, obviously, to date. I wanted to work on myself. I wanted to do a lot. I just wanted to take the time to be selfish and like figure my own life out, what I want, what I wanted to do. Like, my career was kind of like getting going. I was busy with school. But now, fast forward 8 months, I'm in a different position. I'm in a position like, yes, if I met somebody, I would definitely be interested in a relationship. I don't want to do any of that like talking and not like taking it serious. Like, I'm not trying to waste my time, essentially. And that's what I've learned about myself is, like, if I'm going to talk to you, like, it's because I'm interested and I want to invest my time into you, because I prioritize my time, you know, and I don't want to just like give my energy and time to somebody like for no reason. And I would say within the past 8 months, I've definitely learned that about myself. I've learned a lot about myself and dating and all of that. Because like I said, I was in a relationship for so long, and it was such a healthy relationship that I never dealt with any like toxic boy issues. And so because of that, I think I was so naive to like the dating world and being single that like it kind of shocked me a little bit. I had a bit of a shock. And I will say I learned a lot in the past 8 months, though, about dating and boys and what I want, what I don't want. I learned about myself. Okay, and then a lot of you guys were like asking how I like handled my breakup in a long-term relationship. And I kind of want to answer, it's like 2 questions, but I want to kind of combine them because I feel like this could help a lot of people. Because it's something I definitely like have experienced and then nobody really talked about that I saw. And it was, how did you find the confidence to end a long-term relationship? I'm struggling. So the biggest thing I would say to you is like, if you're even debating, like if you have like any thoughts, it's not fair to like your partner to not be all in, not be 100%. And I get like sometimes you go through things and like you can communicate that and be like, okay, like I'm going through a lot. Like I might not be 100% in, like focused on the relationship because you might have a lot of other things going on in your life. And I think a supportive partner, well, it should understand that and be able to help you out. But like if it's due to like how you feel about that person and you feel like you can't be 100% like in love with them, or you know, if it's just not there, I don't think it's fair to make them wait. Even if it's been years, like you're only really wasting more of their time and you're only going to make it harder on them and yourself if you kind of keep prolonging it. And in my case personally, I think I was in denial about it because I like discussed a little bit about my breakup, but like there was nothing wrong with him. Like we had a very healthy relationship. But like, I feel like people can kind of change. And like I said, I started dating him at 14. So by the time I was 20, I was a completely different person. Like when we met, I wasn't even into fitness, nutrition, none of that. I was doing nothing on social media. My life did a complete 360. Like I am just a completely different person. And I think I was starting to realize that, and I was wanting different things with my life. Like everything is meant to happen, and I don't regret any of those 6 years. And I've said that before and I'll forever say that. But to me, I was in denial because I didn't have that reason. Like I couldn't convince myself that it was okay because he was so amazing and everybody loved it. And I was happy, like I really was, but I wasn't as happy as I could be. And I think I didn't also realize that, like you can be happier even when you're happy. But kind of falling out of love and changing, that's human, like you're human, but it's not fair to them not be 100% honest and clear about that. And I think even a discussion to talk about it and see like if there's something that you guys can do in your relationship to fix that, that's a great starting point. But I think communication's key. But for me, I would say the confidence, I just knew what I wanted and I knew what was best for me and him. And that was what I had his best interest at heart and my best interest at heart, and I went with that. And I knew like it wasn't fair to him, it wasn't fair to me to be in this relationship any longer because I couldn't give my all. And I think if you're even having those doubts, like you're obviously not able to give your all like you once were. So communication's key. Maybe discuss that with them, and just that might be all you need, and you just kind of need to talk about it, because I think that's like a hard, obviously, subject to talk about and conversation to have. Nobody wants to have that conversation, but it could spark something and kind of cause a change, and you may fix whatever's going on in your head. Like that might like clear up some thoughts in your head. But also, like I said, you just can't prolong it and keep wasting their time and wasting yours, because it's not fair to either of you. They deserve to have somebody who's going to be 100% down for them, into them, like be able to give their all to them, and you deserve that in return. And I just think if it's not 100%, if you're not 100% in it, like there's no reason to be in the relationship if you're having doubts. That's kind of deep and like, but like I feel like I needed to be told that, and I never was. So yeah, that would be my tip in on that. Okay, and then last question about my dating life, and then we'll get into other topics. But I just want to run through them all. So if you want to like skip this section, or this is the only reason you're here, here you are. But it was, what do you look for in a partner? So let's just say in the past 8 months, I've learned a lot about what I want and what I don't want in a partner. But I would say I've really realized that, one, it's all about like the connection between me and him. I want to be able to be so like authentically myself and so comfortable and like confident and happy and like filled up, you know what I'm saying? Like I want them to make me a better person, and I feel like that connection and how we are together is the most important thing. Like that like trumps everything else. And like I don't have a specific like check each box, or if you don't check every single box, like I'm not interested. Like I genuinely just want to get to know you, and I want to see like who I am around you, and I want to be my best version around you. And if I am and I feel like that, then that's like all I need. Like that's literally all I need, because I used to think I wanted like this like tall, dark, and handsome man, but like the more you like get into reality and like grow up and mature and like meet people, and I would say in the past 8 months I've met people, and like, you know, like you have little like, I don't know what you call it, things with people. What's that even mean? I don't know. But like I've met a few people, and like it hasn't obviously worked out. I don't have a boyfriend right now, but like I've learned so much, and it's really opened my eyes, because I think I was so naive going into the dating world, like I said, that I didn't really know what I wanted, and I didn't know what I wanted in a partner, and I've learned a lot. And I think the best thing about like failed, not even relationships, because I was never in a relationship, but like talking stages, getting to know people and it doesn't work out, like that failure of that, I don't know how to word it. Why can I never word things? But you know what I'm saying? Like it's a positive, because like just because it didn't work out, like it's nothing on you, it's nothing on them. Like you guys just weren't meant to be. Like your connection wasn't strong enough, and you're just not their person, they're not your person. Like that's okay. And like I think reminding myself of that helps me not get like sad about what could have been or something like that. Like I'm so confident in knowing like when I meet my person, I'm gonna know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be confident, happy. Like I'm just one more person closer to meeting like the love of my life, if that makes sense. So I like to remind myself of that. But anyway, back to the question, because that was like a tangent. I don't even really know what that meant. I just wanted to share that. I would say though, what I look for in a guy, if I did have like a little checklist, or just things that I find I would say things that I find attractive, is intelligence. I love when a guy it doesn't even have to be like school book smart, but they're just so intelligent and educated in something that they're passionate about. And that could be a career, that could be a hobby, that could be literally anything. But I just think people who are like intelligent, and like I just find that so attractive. Intelligence, I love it. That's like a new thing too. Like I've never been attracted to that so much until now. I feel like it's probably a maturity thing, but yeah, that's like on the top of the list. And then I love people with like a drive and a passion. Like I love when people have something that like gets them up every day and gets them excited about it, and they love talking about it, and they like it just inspires me because like my passion and drive is like the gym and like lifestyle, wellness, all of that, social media, like that fires me up, lights me up, like makes me so excited. And I love when my partner also has something, and it doesn't necessarily like have to be the same thing, like the gym and the wellness and all of that, which it would be great if that was, like that would be amazing because we could really like inspire each other, I think, and like that would be really just a cool connection that we could have. But like it doesn't have to be that. I would just say like I really think it's cool when people are passionate about something. It's very attractive to me. And then the other thing I find attractive is I don't think I had another one. So I love like a sense of humor. Like I love, oh my god, confidence. That's what it is. Oh my gosh, I love when a man is confident, not too confident to the point where like they have like a high ego and they're like cocky and they think they're better than everybody else, but like when you walk into a room you can tell they're like confident. Like I find that so freaking attractive, and they're not like second guessing and being all insecure and stuff. Like when a man is like sure of who they are and like what they bring to the table, oh my god, that's it. That's the thing I was missing. Yeah, so intelligence, confidence, and passion, that is the three things. But I also love when like someone would like, this is just like scenario, like ideal, but like not like a deal breaker, you know what I'm saying? I would love if someone would like want to get up early with me and like go on walks with me and like make healthy meals and kind of like have a similar lifestyle to me, because I think that makes it easier. And that yeah, that's something I would obviously like prefer, but like it's not like a deal breaker, you know, it's not non-negotiable. And then also I love when a person has like a sense of humor. Like I like love to laugh. I think like I've gotten nicknames like when I was younger, like Giggles and stuff like that, which is weird, but like it's just because I laugh all the time. Like I think everything's so funny. Like I think everyone is funny, so probably anyone I meet I'm gonna think you're hilarious, because I kind of just laugh at everything. But I love when a guy can make me laugh and like just not be super serious all the time, but then also have like a professional side where they can be serious and be ready to work and grind. You know what I'm saying? That good balance. And yeah, I would say those are like kind of what I look for in a guy. And notice how none of them has to do with like looks. Like I'm so over that. Like obviously I want to be like physically attracted to the person, but like it doesn't need to be like this like model of a man drooling. Like that's really like, I mean, obviously, yeah, sure, like hi, but it's not like that's not really what I care about, you know? Anyway, now we're not talking about my love life, okay? I feel like we summed a lot of that up. I feel like I just spilled a lot of information at you. So now move on to some different questions. Here we go. Okay, a lot of questions too were about like what I'm doing after college, career plans, like what's my future kind of entail. So if you didn't know, I'm graduating in December with a marketing degree at Iowa. Little sum of what's going on in my life. But then after that, so like what am I gonna do once I graduate? Ideally, what my plan is right now is to actually get my health coaching license online and become a health coach and be able to like train clients one-on-one, because I'm a personal trainer online and I make my workout programs through my app, and I love that. I'm passionate about like fitness and all of that, but I'm really passionate about just like overall well-being and wellness, and I want to help people like transform their life in every aspect rather than just the gym. I'm just like so like I love sharing my day in the lives, and I love inspiring you guys in other aspects than just the gym. I feel like on YouTube I don't even really show my workouts. Like that's just such a small part of my life. Like the gym, I love the gym obviously, but there's so many other moving parts, and I want to be able to help people in that sense. So I'm really passionate about that. I'm really excited about that. I haven't looked a ton into it, but that's my goal once I graduate, to have something to continue to work on. I always need something to keep me busy, and most people my age and like a lot of my friends are still going to be in school obviously during that second semester, so I'm like, it'll be perfect. I'll give myself that semester to like study for that and hopefully like get my license in that. But also with that, my lease is up in this apartment in December, like December 31st. So I don't know if I want to move, where I want to go. It's really cool because I have I'm so fortunate because I have the flexibility with my job to literally get up and move anywhere in the whole freaking world. Like I can work from anywhere, which is just insane. So ideally, like I would love to take advantage of that. I would feel like almost like if I look back on my life in 30 years and be like, Chloe, why didn't you take advantage of that? Like you had no strings, nothing tying you down to Iowa. Like I have no relationships, I have no job here. Like, well, I do have a job, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have like a job I work at. Like there's nothing that's keeping me here. But with that being said, I'm a homebody. I am very close with my family. I would have a hard time leaving them, but I think temporarily, like I could leave for like 6 months to a year, a few years, but like ultimately I want to end back up in Iowa just because like I loved, people are always like, why do you live in Iowa? Like if you're from Iowa, I feel like you understand, like it's just home. Like I would love to raise my family here. It's so like, I don't know, like I just had like an amazing childhood, and I think that I would love to be able to like just be here, be around my parents, be around my family and friends. Like I just want that. So that's my plan. But like, will I move? I don't know. I always tell people, I'm like, I've been traveling so much this year. I've seen so many places, and there's never been a place besides, there's 2 places that I've been that I've never wanted to leave and I could see being home. And that is Denver. I loved Denver. I don't know if it's because I was there with my best friend, so I like loved it, but like I love the area. I love mountains. Like I love how like outdoorsy and active and everybody there is. And I loved like downtown, the city of Denver. I'm kind of a city girl. And then I also love Chicago, which Chicago is closer to home. It's only like 4 hours from where I live now. And I love the city. I've been to Chicago so many times. I know the city really well, so I'd be comfortable going there. But again, another but, I don't want to move anywhere alone. Like, and I know it sounds so stupid, but I just know, like, I don't want to be blind to, like, how I would be once I'm there. Like, oh, so cool to live in a beautiful city, in an amazing city, but I don't want to get there and, like, hate it and, like, be lonely when I'm alone. And I know you can make friends, but the thing is, I'm not going to have, like, an office job or, like, a job somewhere where I can meet people. Like, the only places I'd be able to really meet people is, like, the gym. That's the only place I go that I'm, like, a part of. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'd be hard to make friends. So if I get, like, a boyfriend or one of my friends wants to move with me, I don't know, then I'd be way more confident in my decision to leave. So I don't know. I just kind of go with the flow. I don't know where I'll end up. I'm not saying I'll leave, but I'm not saying I won't leave. But if I do leave, I think it would be temporary unless, you know, you get there and you love it. But I don't know. So yeah, those are the 2 places I could see myself ending up as of now. But it's just so much cheaper. The cost of living in Iowa is so affordable compared to anywhere else in the freaking country. So, like, I can afford to travel the way I do. And that's what me and my dad were talking about. He's like, literally live here. It's way cheaper. You're closer to home. You don't have any of those, like scary things. But you can still go travel and go see all your friends. Because I have freaking friends everywhere across the country now. It's insane. And I travel for work. So he's like, take advantage of it. Save money living at home and travel. So that was a freaking tangent, but that's my plan. Okay, now this question, I got a few questions now that I'm 21 about like drinking alcohol and like what my go-to drinks are when I go out with friends. So I want to talk about that. So I'll just answer first the questions, my go-to drinks, and then I'll get into like drinking and why I kind of am not drinking anymore. So I've drank before. I've drank, and my drinks of choice would be when I go out to like the bars or something, what I would order is like a rum and diet because I like them. It's kind of like a guy drink, I would say. Most guys drink that, but I enjoy them for some reason. And then also a vodka water and then I pack Mio with me and put Mio in it. But Mio upsets my stomach so much. I get so bloated. My stomach hurts when I drink Mio. So now I feel like if I ever do that, I'm going to get like the more natural Mio because Mio hurts my stomach and so does alcohol. Like obviously alcohol doesn't make it feel good either. But the water with Mio and vodka is a really good, just like lower calorie, lower sugar alternative. And then actually in Mexico, my friend from Rio put me on gin and tonics. So good. And then if I'm gonna like splurge, like I used to drink in Mexico, mojitos. I am a freaking hoe for a mojito. Yum, 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 yum. Like those are my favorite. Like if I could drink one drink and that's it, it would be a mojito. And then seltzer wise, I do not like White Claws because like I don't like what are like seltzer waters. You know what I'm saying? Like a sparkling water. I don't like that. And so I do not like White Claws. I used to drink Truly lemonades. I don't like those anymore. But now I drink Crooked Makers. It's like an organic super grain alcohol. But this is what it looks like. Can you see that on my screen? The blackberry lime mojito. So good. I got all my friends put on them. That's like my drink of choice if I'm drinking like a seltzer, like not at a bar ordering a drink. But with that, I do kind of want to talk about, because people are asking my take on alcohol. So I have always like just kind of casually drank. I drank a lot more this summer than I ever have, just due to like being single, letting loose, hanging out with my friends, spending time with them, going out, traveling, like being 21, going to Mexico. I had a lot of just reasons I was drinking, it seemed like. And then it doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't make me feel confident. I always get really bad anxiety, which is like your hangover. I don't ever really get hungover because I always eat before I go to bed. So hack, that's what helps me. I don't puke anything. I can never like throw up. Like I never get hungover, nothing. But I get really bad anxiety the next day, and it's not even due to like, I feel like some people's anxiety after they drink or anxiety is like about things that they said or they did, and they're just like embarrassed, and that isn't really me, even though when I do really embarrassedly dance. Like I don't dance when I'm sober. Not a dancer. But when I have a little bit of alcohol in me, I don't stop dancing, and that is a little embarrassing, but whatever. My friends make fun of me. Anyway, it's my anxiety is never due to like things that I might have said or did. It's more just, I don't know what it is, but I wake up and I'm like in a panic, my heart's racing, and I hate it. I'm in a funk for like the next day or two. Like I'm really low, like no serotonin, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just kind of like in a depressive state for some reason, and I hate that. And so that's one main reason that I'm just like over drinking. Two, it's just not good for you. Like there's really no benefit. I always eat like crap when I'm drinking. I just drink in excess. Like I never just have a drink or two. Like I don't really do that. Like I like go out with my friends, you know. Just like personal reasons that I'm not going to go into detail about, but just like I just choose not to. So from now on, I'm just definitely like, I went this past weekend with my friends to the river, and like that's usually when I drink, like on a boat with your friends, you go to a couple bars, all of that. So fun. And I've always just drank with them. But then I was like, Chloe, you really don't want to. Like why do you feel the need to do it? Like you don't have to drink in those environments. And I don't know why that really never dawned on me, but like I just choose not to anymore. And I didn't, and I didn't think I could, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm bad at telling people no, like when I'm in that environment. And so I just never thought I could like have the self-control to not. And I did it all weekend, and I felt so good and like so confident in myself, and I was like so proud that like I'm like, okay, exactly, I had so much fun with my friends, still went out to the bars, went boating, did all this. I just packed water with Mio and put it in there. That's how I knew Mio is the thing that upsets my stomach. So I was drinking a lot of Mio water because it kind of tricked me into feeling like I was still drinking with them and stuff, but like I wasn't. So yeah, I needed to find a different drink, but I had so much fun still, and I felt amazing. Didn't do anything stupid, you know, like it was just, I had a good time. And so now that I know I'm capable of doing that, I'm way more comfortable like going out with my friends still, not missing out on those things, but just not being drunk. Like I just choose to not. And like I'm not saying I'll never drink again, but like rare, it'll be like a special occasion that I do drink, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I like this question because I've never really been asked anything like this. I feel like people usually just assume in my job like it's so fun, it's so easy, I'm always like, you know, it's social media, like why wouldn't you want to do it? But anyway, this question is, how do you stay motivated to do social media on days or weeks that you feel like keeping to yourself? So like I really don't think people realize that there are times that I just like don't want to come on camera and talk. It's hard. Like it's not always easy to be like high energy and in a good mood and like posting and all of this. And I would say specifically like on days where I'm just having a bad day. But what I do about that is, one, I like to honestly come on social media because I'm like, I feel like I talk on my story a lot on Instagram like every single day. And so if I'm having a bad day, I usually like kind of express that, and like I let you guys know that I'm having a rough day, and usually you guys will message me because I'll kind of explain maybe why my anxiety's bad. I've been like super happy lately, so I haven't had many of these days, but I would say during school I was really stressed out all the time, and I had a lot more of those days. And so I come on and talk about it, and like a lot of you guys would relate and resonate with what I was saying, and like we would message back and forth, and it made me feel better. I just feel like talking it through, and like it just made me feel more normal about the feelings that I was having and like why I was feeling the way I was. So one, I just like talking to you guys about it. I don't think you guys realize how much you do for me on that end, but so that helps. And then two, sometimes like when I just like want to keep to myself, I just don't feel like sharing every aspect, especially I would say like when I was going through like my breakup or if something's going on in my life. I had a lot of content just kind of drafted up, and then I would post it to keep posting because like it is my job. I need to be posting. It's hard to like, I can't just like stop forever. And so I would draft up content for those like days in case. And then also, I take those breaks when I need them. I take a day or two off if I'm not feeling like posting or if I'm feeling burnt out. I give myself a day or two or three. I feel like I've done that actually. I feel like I've taken a few more breaks than normal recently when I'm just like not feeling inspired. But I definitely get into ruts on social media that I just like feel burnt out. Like right now, I swear to God, I'm shadowing on TikTok and it's driving me insane. Like I literally left the creators phone. Like I don't know what's going on. Like it's annoying. But like my Instagram's doing well. So I'm like focusing on Instagram and not letting that like stress me and like discourage me, because I feel like on social media you can get so discouraged by like certain things. So what I like to do is just draft content or be real on social media. And then again too, another thing that helps me like re-inspire me and re-motivate me to kind of like want to post is remembering why I started in the first place, remembering why I wanted to post on here. And like, I'm so passionate about fitness, nutrition, lifestyle, wellness, all of that, and I love sharing it. And I shared on my Instagram, like I had a fitness account on Instagram sophomore year of high school. So how many years ago was that? 6 years ago? And my account didn't take off, or like I didn't start gaining a following until my sophomore year of college. So for 4 years I posted for like a couple hundred people to see. And I just remind myself of like how far I've come, why I post it, and all of that. So that's how I deal with like not wanting to be like online. I just remind myself of why I choose to be, and it usually re-inspires me, re-motivates me. And then I got a lot of questions about how I quit tracking macros and calories and how I kind of go about that. So how I kind of went about it was I slowly, because I didn't track for like years. I tracked for like last summer, so a few months maybe. And I have like a few months every here and there, like in the past. But what I do is like when I'm transitioning back into like intuitive eating, I would slowly stop tracking like dinner, and then I would just only track my breakfast and my lunch. And then I would like cut back on like the snacks, and I wouldn't track my snacks, and then I would cut back on like lunch, and I slowly would like stop tracking little by little, and then I like transitioned into intuitive eating. That's how I did it. I didn't just like cold turkey stop tracking, because that would have been kind of hard, I would say, just like the transition. I feel like it helped me like ease my way into it. So that's kind of how I went about that. And then this question I really want to talk about, because I feel like I've dealt with this a lot this summer. Do you ever have days where you're not as confident? How do you get through them? Love you. Love you too. And oh my goodness, yes. I want to say this has probably been like the most like, how do I want to word it? Like uncomfortable in my body that I have been in a very long time. That just due to, like I've said it a lot on here, but like due to traveling, like I'm not making excuses for myself. Like I kind of let loose this summer, I would say, and I really like didn't force myself to hit every day 10,000 steps or get to the gym every day, or I drank more than I normally did this summer. And like I went to Mexico for a week and I ate like shit for a week. Like I had a lot of like, when I went and traveled, I enjoyed it, and I do not regret it at all. But let's just say that comes with a price. And for me, that was my confidence in my body image. And I think especially because, well, no, I don't want to say like my situation's worse than yours. That's not what I'm saying. But personally, I just had a hard time, like, because I post on social media my body. I feel like my physique is like kind of what obviously people pay attention to, considering I'm like a fitness person and a personal trainer. So it's really hard for me to like look back on photos and like notice that I'm not as lean as I was back in January, whatever, February. Like I look back and I'm like, dang, Chloe, like it was like a slow progressively, like it like obviously slowly happened, so like I didn't really notice it. But then like I kind of hit to a point and I was like, whoa, like what? Like I just like, I don't know, I just day by day, and it took a toll on my like confidence. And then I kind of had to talk to myself and be like, Chloe, one, we're gonna remember that what you look like has nothing to do with who you are as a person, and it shouldn't matter. Like if people are following you, they're following you because of like, it shouldn't be, people shouldn't follow me for exactly what I look like in my physique. It should be like the information I'm giving off and the energy and like the connection I have with my followers, rather than like what I look like. And I had to remind myself of that. And I'm human. It's real. I think it's kind of cool that I can take you guys through my journey, and like I'm not always gonna be in this lean physique amazing shape. Like that's just not life. I feel like everyone kind of has like the ups and downs, and right now I'm just kind of like, I'm on my way up though. I am feeling better. And I'm kind of getting back on my grind, you know. I just remind myself that I want people to remember me as like who I am as a person, rather than what I look like. And that sounds cliche and basic, but like seriously, like that's like what I just said. Like I want people to follow me for those reasons, rather than having a cool physique, a nice physique, a lean physique, whatever. So I remind myself of that. And then I also use it as motivation, and like it helps me to like be re-inspired in the gym, and like motivates me to work hard and stay consistent, because I know when I do that, I feel amazing. And then again with that, like how I deal with it is I kind of like, I like to kind of like sit and I think and I analyze. I'm like, how do we get here? Why did we get here? Why are we not feeling confident? Like, what the hell? And so then I like take action steps and I do the things that make me feel amazing. And like that's why I literally started the Getting Back on Track series, because All of those things are what make me feel amazing. Like working hard, going on my hot girl walks, having my morning routine, eating right, hitting my 10,000 steps, like drinking water, like all of the things that I've implemented into my morning routine, like stretching and journaling and reading, like things that make me feel good, literally make me feel good and make me more confident in myself. And so I would say, if you're not feeling confident in yourself, if you're not feeling confident in your body, do things that like make you feel confident, make you feel good, and then that will follow. And then lastly, literally your mind is so freaking powerful. I was listening to literally a podcast today about how your mind can manipulate your freaking metabolism. What? But like there was a study and it was like talking about the ghrelin, whatever that hunger hormone in your body is that satiates you and stuff. They like did a study and they had 3 different milkshakes. One was labeled like 780 calories. They were all the same milkshakes. One was 780, one was like 450, and then one was like 200, and it was like a fit shake, and they all drank it, and then it studied like their levels of like hormone secretion, and the people who drank like the 200 calorie one, like their body did not release that like satisfactory hormone, and they were like still hungry after, when it was still like a 450 calorie shake. And then the people that thought it was like the 780 calorie shake were like satiated and satisfied and all of this, and they released that hormone and like it helped their metabolism. And I just think that's insane. So like think how freaking powerful what we're telling ourselves is. Like if you're telling yourself and you're looking at yourself and you're like, Chloe, you're fat, or Chloe, like you're ugly, or Chloe, this and that, like what do you think's gonna happen? Where do you think your mind's gonna go? What? So I look at myself and I compliment myself, and I do self-affirmations. Is that kind of cliche and basic? Like everyone's always like, oh, like tell yourself you're pretty, you're strong, you're beautiful. Literally tell yourself that you're beautiful, you're strong, like you're capable, you're where you want to be, and you're happy and you're confident. So tell yourself that, okay? Because what you say it's like you are what you eat, you are what you say you are. Like manifest that shit. Manifest that you're confident in your body, okay? That's what I do. I don't know if that's good advice, but that's what I do, and it's been working. Okay, and then the last question is about I got a lot of these kind of questions, and it was like, how do you balance full school load, working, and like meal prepping, staying active, staying fit, all of that. So and then they're talking about like tips. I got a lot of questions on like freshmen going into college, how to stay healthy. So I'm just gonna share with you guys how I go about it, what worked for me, what helped for me. So one, make a to-do list every single day. I like doing it at night, so then it's like I know going into my day like what to expect. Planners, schedule, like have that stuff written down and be organized with your life, okay? Like schedule in when you're gonna go to the gym, schedule in when you're gonna cook dinner or meal prep or all of the things. Like have it, I literally during the school year, hour to hour, minute by minute. Like some things are like, I literally time out 5 minutes to like do a load of laundry, I'm not even kidding. So I'm very organized with that, and I'm not the most organized person ever, but I do stay organized on my schedule, my calendar, especially with like due dates and deadlines and stuff for my work and school. And then the next thing I would say that I recommend is if you're living in an apartment or a dorm and it's kind of like the first time you've been alone, mom and dad or whoever isn't making you dinner anymore, and it's like on you, you're in control of the groceries and the food that you bring into your place. So be mindful of that when you're grocery shopping. Know like if you're buying the like crappy food, like just don't, you know what I'm saying? Like fill your fridge, fill your pantry, your cupboard, your little snack tray in your dorm cart thing with nutritious snacks and stuff. I share healthy snacks all the time on Instagram and TikTok, so if you need some ideas, check my Instagram or TikTok, because I'm obsessed with snacks, and I just think it's important to always have healthy options available. And then two, don't think that in order to stay healthy in college, you can't enjoy college. Still go out with your friends, still do the fun things. Like I said, you can even go out to the bars or do whatever and not drink. Like trust me, you'll still have fun. It's still fun. And if like you're not, then maybe those aren't the right type of friends to be around. You know what I'm saying? And then I would say like find friends, meet people who are similar to you, have similar goals, aspirations, interests, like the gym, eating well, cooking. Like that's what's going to keep you inspired and keep you on track when I say this a lot, you are like the 5 people you spend the most time around and like consume. Like that can be online, that can be in person. So like your best friends have a huge impact on your life and who you are. So keep that in mind. But yeah, don't get overwhelmed. Try to enjoy college, but still do the things that you have control of, like grocery shopping and just the decisions you make. Prioritize sleep, okay? It's going to be hard because you're going to be exhausted, but sleep is so important, and that's what I learned too. And I think that's where I'm going to end this Q&A, just because I've been rambling for a very long time and these videos are always so long when I try to not make them long, but I just have so much to say and share. You know me, I like to talk. So thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, wow, I'm going to give you a round of applause because that was a lot. I love you so much. If you have any more questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'll try to get back to them, especially right now. Like, I know if you're watching this, you might have like some questions that didn't get answered, because there's still a lot of questions on here. I wish I could answer them all, but this literally would have been 2 hours long. No, this would have been like 4 hours long the way I talk. But I did like the ones that were most commonly asked. So maybe I'll do like a Q&A on Instagram after I post this to kind of like answer like all of the other questions. But shoot me a DM, comment below. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.